promised, I'm doing this second swing trading and chart analysis session in the week, and we'll try and find out what is the status for the past week and what we can expect for the next week, if there are any kind of opportunities for swing trading in the next week. Also, just as a reminder, because for those who are joining first time and not being a part of the earlier streams, you can post your requests on the chat box, stocks that you want to see, and we'll also analyze the charts for those stocks. I have in my mind things that I want to analyze, but also your portfolio or your stocks that you want to analyze, you can also post in the chat box. The disclaimer, first of all, I'm not a SEBI registered analyst, so the discussion that we do here are not any kind of a trading or investing recommendation. They are intended for educational purpose. Again, for the benefit of those who are new, we discuss chart analysis using two indicators mainly, the Bollinger Bands and the exponential moving averages. These are the two indicators that we prefer to use. There are 1,000 indicators, but these are the ones that we prefer to use. It's simple and able to understand easily. Right? We'll sometimes also use the charting screener, and I maintain a trading journal. Just the stocks that we mentioned on the stream, I just try and follow them. So I maintain a trading journal. It is helpful if you can also make a habit of maintaining a journal, just like this. It's just which script, what date, allocation as per our allocation strategy, and profit, loss, target, stop loss, risk, reward. What is the logic of entry and exit, and if we have done any deviation on that front. So yeah, let's look at the charts for this week. This is the Nifty again on the weekly time frame with the Bollinger Band put on. So in the last expiry on Thursday, what had happened was, and yesterday also, on Friday also, what had happened was that the market pushed down a bit. It was moving up, and this strong reversal candles on this in the past 2 weeks, and then it pushed down a bit even before it reached the 20 SMA. The 20 SMA is at 16,985 odd, so very close to 17,000. But even before it reached 17,000, there has been a sort of a resistance here at this point. So there has been a sort of a selling. I don't think this selling will sustain because this rally has to continue in order to give the market some kind of a relief. You know what the institutional money does, right? They push down the market, but then if they have to sell further, there are also need to be some buyers in the market. If there are no buyers in the market, they won't be able to sell, right? And the prices will drop very drastically. So that is why the market has to recover a bit. And when it comes up, many people who don't understand how the market functions, they rush in to buy. And when they rush in to buy, that's when again the selling comes, right? Then that's what the smart money does. So this rally, I believe, has to sustain a little bit more and touch 17,000 odd, just to make people convinced that this market is going up now, and probably there will be another round of selling after that. So that is what I expect. So this pressure that we are seeing over here does not seem that it will sustain, and may have a move up further. And so we discussed in the last stream that if the Nifty has to go up further, let's say it has to go very strongly further and move above 17,000, then the IT sector has to perform exceptionally well. That is the space that is there. All the other indices don't have so much of space. You see, the IT sector has been beaten down over the past couple of months, and now it is showing a reversal here. And we discussed this in the last stream on Wednesday, that the IT sector has to move up in order for the Nifty to move up. So this is the space here till the 20 SMA. This space is not available on the other indices. And so we will probably see the IT sector moving up a bit, right? So, and you can see the same kind of a reversal happening in the major IT stocks. So you see TCS again reversing here, and it has got some space to move up here up to 3,595 odd. You look at Infi, again see the reversal happening, and there is quite a bit of space here to move up till around 1700, 1684 odd. And you will also see this happening in the mid cap IT stocks. So we used the screener last time, and we found out that there are some mid cap IT stocks that are performing, trying a decent that might perform decently. And so we had LTI and emphasis on our list. It hasn't moved exactly so far in a very substantial manner, but it is expected to move. So emphasis is here. There is a lot of selling pressure here from the top, but if the Nifty has to move forward, then these stocks have to perform, and these stocks have the space to perform here. Let's also look at LTI. It has been beaten down over the past month or so, and now showing this reversal. So it has got quite a bit of space to move up to 5480. So this sector should see some kind of a move if my expectation is right, and the and the index goes up further. Then this is the sector that is supposed to take it further, right? Just to want to have a look at where Reliance is standing, because Reliance is also a heavyweight on the index. And so see, Reliance has already moved up, right? Reliance has already moved up quite a bit from here, and so it will kind of exhaust at this point of time. So IT definitely has to move up for the index to move up. Market might open. I'm biased on the positive side. So if my thinking is the market will open positive only, because that's what we are expecting, right? So this selling pressure which was seen on Thursday and Friday, my expectation is that it will not sustain, and there will be a fresh move on the upside, at least till 17,000. And we don't know whether it will go beyond 17,000 also, but if it has to go beyond 17,000, IT has to perform exceptionally well. But my bias is on the positive side. And let's see Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty again, yeah, the selling pressure here, but this thing could reverse and move up. And if it does move up the 20 SMA, then we could see quite a lot of movement. I was also seeing the Nifty PSU index, right? We saw the Bank Nifty has approached the 20 SMA, but the PSU bank has got some more space to go. So this one, so this small reversal is happening over here. This has got some more space to go. If you look at some of the PSU banks, let's look at SBI first, the heavyweight. Okay, not much movement here. Not here also. Okay. See, Punjab National Bank has got some space to move upside. Right now it is at 31.55, and the 20 SMA is at 35.6. So there's 4 rupees on the upside, and 2 or 3 rupees on the downside, or maybe a stop loss at the low of this week will be 30. So just a 1 rupee or a 2 rupee stop loss on the downside and 4 rupees on the top. So risk reward ratio 2:1. We could see a move in the PSU sector also. So that will also help to push the Nifty on the upper side. Okay, let's look at some of your stocks. SBI Life. Okay. Yeah, see, in the last 3 weeks, quite a bit of movement, and it has come up above the 20 SMA. and there is selling from the top. So this can be a good entry point, because it is now, because there is selling from the top and it has come closer to the 20 SMA. So it is 1141 CMP and the 20 SMA is 1119. So around the 22 rupees stop loss, and the upper Bollinger Band is at 1222. So around 80 rupees on the upside potential, right? So this can give a good entry point. Try to look at where it opens on Monday, and if it kind of opens flat or a little bit more, and you get the same kind of risk reward ratio, it can prove to be a good entry point. Camps, okay, let's look at camps. It has to move above this. So the Bollinger Band is quite squeezed up at the moment. So there is no space here, although it has moved and moved handsomely in this week. But you are not getting a good entry point on this trade, right? If you are doing a swing trade, there's no good entry point right now. So unless if it moves above the 20 SMA, which is at 2458, it moves above that, then you may get a good entry point with a low stop loss. 20 SMA can be a stop loss, and you can aim for 2794, which is the upper Bollinger Band, and also the resistance here, right? So 2798, 2800 odd will be the resistance at the top. If it manages to cross 2450, 2460 odd, right, then it can see some kind of a trending move. Okay, Amara Raja. I dislike Amara Raja. You know why? Because it caused me loss. No, we need to see a stronger reversal here. It is showing signs, but not quite following through. Even here, there was a green candle 2 weeks back, but not quite following through. Again, a green candle here, but again doji. So selling pressure here, not quite following through. So we have to wait and watch. Unless it follows through, you don't enter into the trade without confirmation, right? I don't like this stock. Okay, it's a personal bias. Okay, but I don't like this stock because this stock caused me a lot of loss. Moved against my expectations. So I don't trade in Amara Raja. Even though I see some good setups, I don't trade this stock. It's a personal bias. Yeah, it does not apply to everybody, but it just happens, right? When you're in the market for so long, you develop some kind of biases. What is this? SEPCO. Yeah. Yeah, SEPCO, quite a bit of movement up in the upper Bollinger and in the 20 SMA space. So there's no good trading, entry point at this level. But there is a resistance here at 59 or 57 to 59 odd. So I don't think, unless you look at volume, let's kind of look at volume also. Where is the volume? Yeah, okay. Some volume here in the last week, but there is selling. Okay. Wait and watch. If you are into a new trade, then there is no entry point at this point. If you are already into this trade, then probably you can wait and watch till it breaks the low of the past week, that is 53, because there is quite a bit of volume on the in the last week, and if the volume sustains and there is some more buying, it can go still on the top, but no entry point right now for a new trade. HDFC Bank. Again, no entry point right now. The entry point was here at 1334 when it crossed the high of this candle over here. That was the entry point, and this was the target. So it's almost came very close to the target, and there is a selling. And unless it goes above the 20 SMA, no good entry point at this point. Right? HDFC Bank, Bajaj Finance, and Adani Wilmar. Okay. Holding, if you're holding SEPCO at 41, then you probably want to wait a little more. I think the previous close was 53, right? If I remember correctly. So you can hold on till that one, and considering the volume on the previous week, I'm just the only reason I'm telling you to hold is this volume bar here, okay? Because otherwise, this is just moving up and down, and it is very close to the resistance. So you can wait till 53, which is the low of this candle here. That's the max you should wait. But if this kind of volume sustains, then it might give you a windfall profit. So that's the only reason that I would want to wait. But 53 is the max. Bajaj Finance. Yeah, you can take a risk here. It has crossed the high, and then a red candle in this week. But you can take a risk with the low stop loss at the low of, or at the middle of the last week's candle around 5924, 5924, 5925. You can take a risk here and aim for 6745 on the top at the 20 SMA. So there's a risk here because of this red candle, but I think you can take a risk with Bajaj Finance. You can. Adani Wilmar will not have a lot of history. Yeah. So we can't see the weekly chart on Adani Wilmar. Let's look at daily. Oh, lower circuits. This is also something that I don't like. Upper circuits and lower circuits. That hints at the possibility of manipulation. And you are not able to exit if it hits a lower circuit. But okay, right now it is at 20 SMA. You can see the volumes have, there is a famine of volumes here. No volumes. So even though it is above 20 SMA and a good entry point here, but I don't want to take a risk with this stock at this time. No volumes here. Look at the volume bar, shrinking volumes. And I don't like this kind of charts, with which comes down with lower circuits. Because what this means is that the person who wants to exit here at 841 will not be able to, or let's say here at somewhere this point 740, will not be able to exit till the circuit opens, and they'll be able to exit only here 577. That is too bad. So I won't want to take a risk at with this stock at the moment. Because of very low shrinking volumes, and this is again a personal bias, but this is it comes. I don't like this. I don't like to be trapped. Nazara is not performing well, although it's one of a kind stock, but it's not performing well. Yeah, see the kind of selling that has come right from 3,000. What was the high? 3,356, and the selling all the way down to 1,225. More than 50% beaten down. Do you want to get into this stock? It's up to you, but I would wait for one more green candle to happen here. This green candle is happening, but I would want to wait for a confirmation green candle which crosses the high, this high. The high is 1255 of the previous week and also this week. So 1255, and unless it goes above 1255, no point of entering. But if it goes above 1255, that's your entry point, and the next resistance is at 1,600 odd, 1,625, 30 odd. So you can take a risk with that. Again, very low volumes. Yes, bottom fishing you can do, but the only point is that you never know when the bottom is coming, right? Because a person who was here at 20 SMA would also want to be bottom fishing, where 2,400 was the rate at that point of time, and you would never imagine it goes down to 1,225. Yeah, so that's the risk in there. Wait for a confirmation candle. If you do want to trade the stock, then wait for a confirmation candle which goes above 1,255. The previous 2 weeks high has to be taken out with preferably with some kind of a decent volume here. The volumes are shrinking. So this is a one-of-a-kind stock. Probably you might be knowing the gaming industry, and this is the only listed stock in the gaming industry, and it came with a quite a lot of promise. Unfortunately, the return on equity and the return on capital employed is not quite there, and probably that is the reason why it is being beaten down here in this stock. But yeah, for a short-term trade, you don't have to look at all those things. But at least be careful that that you get the confirmation candles and preferably a decent volume level. Yeah, let's look at Angel One. Consolidating, let it move above 20 SMA. So it's consolidating here right below the 20 SMA. Let it move above, and then you have a good entry point with the 20 SMA being your stop loss. But this range, you see, this range is from July 2021, this range. Yeah, so if it breaks this consolidation here, it can give you a decent move, right? This box here. So wait for 20 SMA. Yeah, please do wait for the confirmation candle. So yeah, I was also looking at the screener. So as you know, those of you who are regularly interacting, you already know. But if you are here for the first time, we use this charting screener, charting.com, and we use the weekly Bollinger Band reversal. So we have put some filters over here and try to find out which are the stocks which are reversing from the lower Bollinger Band and probably would give us an opportunity to trade in the next week or next couple of weeks. So as you can see, the top is all IT, right? Infi, Tech Mahindra, LTI and Emphasis we already have included in our watch list, and rest of the stocks and Punjab National Bank also we had a look right now. The PSU Bank Index, we looked at Punjab National Bank. So Punjab National Bank also has quite a bit of opportunity there. And let's I think we already looked at Infosys, but just let's have one more look. Right. Okay, so quite a bit of space to move up here, up to 1,687. What's the next one? Tech Mahindra. Yeah, again, same story, good entry point. Although there is selling from the top, but with a low stop loss can take a risk up to 1,368. Here, good tech stocks. If you are looking at, of course, in the large cap stocks, nothing better than TCS. Or if you're looking at the mid cap stocks, then LTI, okay, Larsen and Toubro Infotech, and Mindtree. Both of them are merging. There is a merger of LTI and Mindtree pending. So once that there's a proposal that is pending. So if once that goes through, LTI and Mindtree will merge and will form probably the third or fourth largest tech company, right? So Wipro, I don't know, Wipro. Looking at some long-term investments, then in the mid-cap space, definitely LTI and Mindtree. Tata Elxsi is a good option, but you have to get it at a good price. Right now, the prices are too high, Tata Elxsi. But again, in the large cap, TCS definitely the most the heavyweight, right? Yeah, Wipro is again also at a good entry point here, and has space to move up to 545. Tata Elxsi is a great stock. I always keep watching Tata Elxsi, but the price is way too high. right? It does not give a good entry point. You see, it has never gone, even on the weekly charts, it is hardly going below the 20 SMA. It's consistently going up and up. So no real, it does not, it rarely offers a very good entry point, but it's a great stock to have for the long term. Yes. Emphasis, we already had a look. Punjab National Bank, we already had a look. Let's look at Titan. Something happening in Titan. Okay. Yeah. So Titan has taken out the previous 2 weeks high. They're selling from the top, but again 2204 and then 2089 here, almost 100 rupees, a little more than 100 rupees stop loss, and 2411 on the top. So 200 rupees on the top. 2:1 risk reward ratio can offer a good good opportunity here, Titan. So you want to look, we can look at each of these stocks here, but depends on whether you want to look at them or not. HDFC AMC, something cooking up in HDFC AMC, huge volumes. What's the volume here? $9.2 million. Something happening in HDFC AMC. This kind of volumes, this is something to take note of. Okay, you don't see that kind of things often, and when you see those kind of things, it means something is happening. So watch, wait and watch, or it's actually a good entry point here, 1862, with a small stop loss of 62 rupees or more, 62 or 65 rupees or more, and then you have 2094 on the top. So close to 200 on the top, plus very good volume. So something is cooking here at HDFC AMC, and maybe there will be some kind of news flash coming. We don't know. Again, those kind of volumes usually associate with some kind of news. News comes out later, volumes happens earlier. Nippon also at 283, again same story, 316 on the top and 266 at the bottom. So again, good risk reward ratio here. So quite a bit of trading opportunities now that the market has reversed and possibly will sustain this reversal at least till 17,000 is my expectation. Okay. So you want to look at any more stocks? Right. If you're already holding this position, keep holding this position, and if it comes down below the upper Bollinger band, then it is time to exit. So upper Bollinger band is around 990, around this space. But right now it is moving and moving very good with decent volume. So can hold for some time, but this upper Bollinger band, or at least the low of this this candle here, this week's candle, should be your stop loss. Tata Power. Tata Power consolidating, no entry point right now, very close to the 20 SMA. So wait till it moves above, confidently above the 20 SMA. Fine. Okay. I think we'll call it a day. Can enjoy your Saturday evening. Right. Okay. Thank you so much again for joining. Sorry for the audio problems in the beginning. And now we'll keep continuing the stock analysis for 2 days a week, that is Wednesday and Saturday. So we'll have a better picture of what is happening. And also that was the demand that came from your side. So, just doing that. Right. So Thank you so much for joining once again, and bye bye. Enjoy your Saturday evening.